dhvajā birājai, kāndhē mūñja janēvū sājai. Welcome to the fifth caupāī of the Hanumān cālīsā, which I'm trying to present insights into, which are directly downloaded from the universal wisdom, and I'm acting as a conduit for you to better appreciate it from its deeper meanings so that you can actually put it to practical use here and now for your evolution in all 5 levels, as we have been discussing quite frequently. From your physical aspect, you want to become stronger and healthier. From your emotional aspect, you want to be more balanced and stable. From your intellectual aspect, you want to be cutting edge and sharp, logical. From your energetic level, you want to be capable of accessing the infinite reservoir that is available all around you, subtly and causally too. And spiritually, you're able to attain to moksha as a jivan mukta, nirvana, or liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Now, if you want to do all these, there are many different options available of karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, raja yoga or kriya yoga, and the integration of all of these, the Sankhya yoga. Not to get confused with the Sankhya philosophy, which is one of the 6 darshanas, which denies the existence of gods or God, the God, and tries to approach everything from a dualistic perspective of Prakriti and Purusha. No, I'm not talking of that Sankhya, but Sankhya Yoga, the path of integration. Now, here we are talking of hātha bajra. The major distinction between human beings and other living creatures is the fact that we are able to utilize tools, physical tools, emotional tools, intellectual tools, and even energetic tools. The various spiritual practices, kriya, procedure or process through which you enhance yourself. Similarly, here we are talking of hātha bajra. That means your physicality is endowed with the best possible or hardest, most youthful tool. That's of course, first of all, your own physical strength, but the ability to wield weapons, which no animals do, at least not from my knowledge. Some of you who might be aware of animals using tools and weapons might correct me with examples or illustrations of those. Even if there are, I think those would be very rudimentary compared to what we human beings employ. Same thing at the other levels as well. And by saying vajra, I'm sitting in vajrasana right now, you're essentially trying to bring the best possible tool capability to action as and when necessary. That has to happen at all of these 5 levels, which is what we mean by hātha bajra. Not of some Hanumān who is still alive as a chiranjeevi from 7,000 years ago. That could be of inspiration to us. But what is more important is we are also the same self, the same Atma, the same Paramatma, the same Bhagavan. And therefore, we can utilize the best capability that is available to us to whatever task comes at hand, to do it in the most efficient way, quickest way, essentially the optimal way that is possible with the limited resources at these 4 levels. Because at this level, we have an infinite reservoir that we can access from. Next, we talk about dhvajā birājai. Auru, of course, is and. Dhvajā, which is a flag. You know how much of emotions the flag, the anthem, etc. of a nation can bring about. Recently, the Tamil Nadu bowler Sai Kishore, while on the cricketing ground, after his first cap for India was provided to him for his debut match, when the national anthem was playing, he was emotional. One could see the cameras capturing his tears of joy. That's the kind of belongingness that metaphorical symbols of our nation bring about. But dhvajā has a much more intricate and deeper spiritual meaning. It comes from the same roots as dhvajā, which means twice born. And when do we say that a person is twice born? When they are capable of assuming greater responsibilities. That's why this first line and the second line are intricately connected to each other, though they might seem to be 2 separate sentences. The flag that we carry represents the vision with which we are moving forward in our life What are we trying to accomplish not as a goal, but as the seeking of the reality, the ultimate reality? Maybe in smaller steps, shorter steps, but eventually that mumukshutva, that ability to be a liberated being even while occupying this limited body, mind, and intellect is the ultimate thing that all of us are looking out for. We may or may not state it in those words, but knowingly or unknowingly, explicitly or implicitly, extrinsically or intrinsically, that's what we are all seeking. In installments, but that's the ultimate. When we are talking of dhvajā, birājai, essentially we are trying to spread out that vision, make it much broader and encompass everything that we are, which is everythingness itself, which is infinity, not just infinite space and infinite time, which is eternity, but infinity beyond space and time as well. Our metaphysical reality, which is unbounded. It is in fulfilling that responsibility that we talk about the second aspect. Kāndhē mūñja, janēvū sājai. You're talking of the janēvū, or the sacred thread that we wear as a mnemonic, as a reminder, constant reminder of the fact that we are responsible not just for this physical body, emotions, and intellect, but for the much larger cause of the entire universe, of life itself, at its physical, subtle, and causal levels. Which is why we take this up just before we begin our education, especially into the ultimate wisdom, which is the Vedas, in order to make sure that what we learn, which is extremely potent and powerful, is not misused for just a limited good, or worse still, for something that is destructive, but for the constructive enhancement of life all around us, extending infinitely both in space, time, and beyond them as well. And the kind of janēvū that we wear these days, very comfortable, made out of cotton. But what is the janēvū that Tulsidas is talking about Hanumān wearing over here? It is mūñja, which is a rough forest grass. Of course, it has a lot of other significances in terms of medicinal value, way it can handle the sound vibrations of mantras, etc. We'll not go into that. But the fact that he's wearing this out of mūñja means that he will always be aware of this. Because if we wear something comfortable, it feels as if you're not wearing. Many of you wearing spectacles, for example, might not even be aware whether you're wearing it or not wearing it at any given point of time, because it becomes a natural extension of your body because of the number of hours you're wearing it per day and the number of years you've probably been wearing it for. Same thing with this. When we wear something comfortable like this, we don't even realize we are wearing it unless we are probably changing our clothes or taking a shower or whatever. Or during the tarpanam that is happening during the Mahalya Paksha and every Amavasya, at least, when we are changing it over from one direction to another as a necklace, and then the other direction when offering it to the Pitrus and Matrus, and without, of course, taking it out of the body. But the normal way in which we wear this, of course, over the left shoulder, and when we wear it over the left shoulder going down to the right hip from the heart, we are aware of our responsibilities and we are trying our best to fulfill them. And to fulfill them, whatever capabilities or upskilling is needed, physically, emotionally, intellectually, and energetically, we will take all of that up, quickly learn, and implement it practically. So that mūñja janēvū makes Hanumān constantly aware of his universal responsibility to eternity and keeps him on his toes in fulfilling that. But when we say he, who do we mean? We are talking of our prana, our vital life. So our prana or vital life, which in its grossest form, as I've already told you, is in the form of breath, but in subtler forms is in the form of prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana, and in the form of nearby pranas or upapranas, it is available in the form of naga, kurma, dhananjaya, krikala, and Devadatta. And in the form of the transcending parapranas, it's available in the form of downloads as Akasha and in the form of uploads to the universal from the individual, so-called individual, as Shunya. These 12 pranas are the ones we are talking about having an infinite responsibility operating within and through us in order to accomplish whatever is necessary at any given point of time to the best of our abilities. And the way this, in spite of being made out of a harsh, rough grass, adorns our prana or our self is as a decor, sājai. Sajna we say, that which is ornamental in nature, that which beautifies things. And that's the way we take up all of our responsibilities. I'm responsible for everything, absolutely everything. I have an infinite responsibility, an ability to respond consciously with full awareness in any situation whatsoever. That is the intent with which we take up responsibility and fulfill it every moment towards all of life. Not just in our immediate surroundings, not just the family, not just the profession, not just the acquaintances, neighbors, nation, but the entire world, not only humanity, all other life forms on earth and beyond. Namaskar. This is the 5th caupāī. See you soon with the 6th.